Hello, everyone. This is Kendra Diggs here for your SmackDown Ring Report. And what a SmackDown Ring Report we have for you coming up. We know that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar will meet title for title. Now we know that this time we know it's winner take all, but they're doubling it. The WrestleMania, biggest WrestleMania match of all time, championship unification. So we'll get into detail on what how this new world championship going to be. I'll give you some. I have some ideas with what it could be. Also, too, we know that Ronda Rousey made a rare appearance on SmackDown, prepping herself for her upcoming match against Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Another WrestleMania main event we'll get into later on, as well as latest on Cesaro leaving WWE and Jeff Hardy making his statement about why he left WWE for his own sanity. Well, we'll get to it as the SmackDown Ring Report starts right now. Hello, everyone. I'm Kendra Dix here once again. Well, we know that SmackDown is under the books for this week, but we have a lot going on this week. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show here on Connect on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. You see on the bottom of your ticker. As we get to the latest on what's going on with the SmackDown Ring Report. SmackDown kicked off with Rowdy Ronda Rousey, who is the 2022 Royal Rumble winner, and she punched her ticket to go to WrestleMania to meet Charlotte Flair, the woman she eliminated when it was Charlotte and Ronda, the final two at the Royal Rumble. And Charlotte made a critical mistake as Ronda now gets her match set at WrestleMania when she goes against Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That should be an instant classic. But Ronda was interviewed by Michael Cole. Michael Cole asked Ronda why all of a sudden she wanted to return to the WWE after a 3-year absence, as Ronda's last WWE match was against that WrestleMania main event where Charlotte was involved and Becky Lynch, the two current women's champions for their respective shows. Well, Ronda says she wanted to take some time. We know the rumors and reports that Ronda wanted to be a mom, but she was having problems conceiving. A year later, she did conceive with a beautiful baby girl, and Ronda wanted to come back and come back stronger. And she knew Royal Rumble was the right time and right moment to come back and make her moment to get her WrestleMania moment. That's why she came back. Well, Charlotte Flair interrupted, telling Ronda, the same old stick about what she's gonna do and stuff. Well, Ronda got distracted by Charlotte. Ronda got distracted. Ronda got distracted. Ronda got distracted by Sonya Deville, who tried to attack Ronda from behind. I don't see why a WWE official want to attack another person from behind. Well, Sonya made things worse when she went to the back. We know Ronda had towed her butt up, and Adam Pearce informed Sonya that upper management is not happy, and that next week she will go against Ronda Rousey 1-on-1. So Ronda Rousey will meet Sonya Deville 1-on-1, where Sonya Deville put her foot in her mouth. She got to eat the answer to the consequences and stuff on what she did. Ugh. Also, too, the New Day won against Los Lotharios in the rubber match in that great tag team match that they had. The New Day could be moving on against another team. I forgot who they trying to go against. I forgot who they. It's some team. I forgot who the team was. They heal team too. Sheamus and his pupil, Rich Holland. Yeah. Speaking of the New Day, Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Kofi Kingston participated in a Black Champions WWE Championship Edition is online now on YouTube on WWE YouTube channel, where all three men talk about them becoming WWE champions. But I hate to be obvious. I hate to do that. I hate to kill the obvious. They all three lost to Brock Lesnar, that's respective championships. We know Lashley recently lost his championship in the chamber match, then wasn't able to defend it. Big E lost his this earlier in the year during the first of the year on day one. Over lost his during SmackDown debuted on Fox. So there you go. Also, too, this was the lineup right here. As you can see, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar had the contract signed, and Sami Zayn celebrated, and Drew McIntyre went against Madcap Moss. We thought it was gonna be Baron Corbin. Speaking of that, Drew thought he was gonna meet Baron Corbin, but he got Madcap Moss, and Drew defeated Madcap Moss. Look look for Drew going against Baron Corbin at WrestleMania, and I think they're gonna be for Sunday's match. Also, too, Sasha Banks returned. Sasha Banks and Naomi making a pact, and they vowed to go for the women's tag team championship. Sasha Banks want to be a champion once again, and she teams up with Naomi. I thought they was gonna make the conclusion of her and Naomi and Sonya Deville. I think that ended at Elimination Chamber going forward. So Carmella and Queen Zelina, look out. Sasha Banks and Naomi wants a shot at the women's tag team titles at WrestleMania. Also, too, women's division action. Xia Li made her anticipated debut when she went against Natalya and beat Natalya in a quick fashion when Natalya was trying to bully Aaliyah and got bullied for her Miss Troubles. Plus, two, Intercontinental Champion, newly crowned Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. We knew the match was going to happen eventually. Sami Zayn may go against Johnny Knoxville for the Intercontinental Championship. But Sami Zayn was celebrating and had his pro celebration ruined by Knoxville. But Knoxville won a shot at the Intercontinental title. But Sami Zayn was being a little bit mug about it, like he really didn't want to give him a shot at the championship, and attacked him and did two haluva kicks on Johnny Knoxville. Look for that match at WrestleMania. This WrestleMania Saturday. Well, we know Sammy was celebrating, but Sammy wasn't celebrating the way he should. At the he was celebrating till Ricochet made it clear that he wants a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. So next week on SmackDown, Adam Pearce made the match that Ricochet will challenge Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. Zayn's first title defense will be against Ricochet. And be against Ricochet. Indeed, it's something that Ricochet, you know, who knows? But this is a good start, but who knows? Also, too, was the contract signing. As you see, the Walrus himself, Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, legendary manager. Heyman saying that Roman will beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania to become a unified champion. And we tell you right now at WrestleMania, on WrestleMania Sunday, April 3rd, Brock Lesnar, the WWE champion, Roman Reigns, the Universal champion, both men from their respective shows will battle with Brock Lesnar, a free agent, so it really don't matter. But the championships will be decided. I wonder if they're gonna the WWE championship got so much history and stuff. They're gonna keep that WWE title on going. So I'm thinking what's gonna happen is they're gonna call it the Undisputed WWE Championship or the WWE Universal Championship. That's what it's gonna be. The WWE Universal Championship. But it's gonna happen title for title. This match right here, the WWE Universal Championship match. But Brock destroyed everybody in his sight. Brock even destroyed anything that was moving. Brock Lesnar destroyed it. Brock Lesnar, he wants to be a unified champion, the unified WWE champion. This was gonna be the unified WWE Universal Champion. That's what it's gonna be. So a lot going on with that. But they're gonna end the SmackDown Ring Report. We know that WrestleMania is coming in 38 days, I think. 36 days. So look for WrestleMania coming your way in 36 days. So that ends the SmackDown Ring Report. Let's quickly move over. Over to hot topics. On hot topics this week, we can tell you now that Cesaro has quietly left WWE. The many sources he couldn't come up with a contract extension. Cesaro left. I would, my opinion is Cesaro should have been left because he's too talented enough to not get a shot. To, have a big run when all the superstars in the WWE locker room were vouching for him and supporting him. And they say Mr. McMahon really didn't see nothing in Cesaro. So I would have been like, Cesaro, if I was Cesaro, I'd be like, you know what, old man can't see nothing in me. I'm just gone. And I think Cesaro kind of came to the realization by now and said, hey, Vince McMahon really don't see nothing in me. So let me go make a name for myself, and then he'll want me. And I think that's what the same issue is with Cody. Like he can make a name for himself, then he come back with a different person. So look for that. Cesaro left. Impressive talent. I remember Cesaro when he came in Ring of Honor, and really WWE just dropped the ball on him. They didn't know what to do with him. Cesaro got the talent. He had the charisma. I guess Vince McMahon felt he was too boring. That's what it was. Speaking of that, Jeff Hardy, he left WWE a couple months ago. Jeff Hardy made a quote saying right here in the quote, "You want me to go away for rehab for 28 days just to save my job? No. You know what's important to me? Family. My 2 daughters and my wife, they believe in me." And he said it's exclusively WWE. So I think Jeff Hardy had enough of WWE too. So when you got 2 big names like Jeff Hardy and Cesaro leaving, something is wrong. So we'll see. We hope WWE. We hope they probably be on good terms down the road, but you never know. Also, too, Eddie Edwards turned heel, so Eddie Edwards showing his true colors on why he did what he did and joined his own line. So we'll see on that. Also, too, we know that WrestleMania is 2 nights. We know they said that they didn't want to call it night 1 nor night 2. They want to call it WrestleMania Sunday, WrestleMania Saturday. So WrestleMania is going to be kind of exploited like that. WrestleMania Sunday, WrestleMania Saturday. Man, we'll call it WrestleMania weekend. There you go. Let's see. Speaking of that, EC3 is teaming up with Control Your Narrative. Him, Braun Strowman, and Karrion Kross or Killer Kross. Why ain't WWE? That's 3 guys you would want to have a lead as a main event. If I had a wrestling company, them would be the main 3 guys I would want. But they want to do their own thing, so I can't blame them. Yeah, make your own money and, like they say, control your own narrative. But that's crazy on WWE part for doing what they did. But I get it, I understand. So we'll see. Also, too, we know that WWE saying Ronda Rousey and Charlotte with main event night 1 of WrestleMania. We know that. This before the Royal Rumble. They doing this because they want press. They want all types of press. You're getting celebrities such as Logan Paul, Johnny Knoxville, Ronda Rousey, and Brock Lesnar. More press is good press. The more, the better. So you're gonna see all that at WrestleMania coming forward. AJ Styles, too, he might have a WrestleMania match against Edge eventually. But AJ Styles has re-signed with WWE. Now we're seeing people leaving and going. AJ Styles staying. So he's staying with WWE. He said, quote, "It was easy for me. I want to be here. This is the place for me." No question about that. AJ Styles making the choice after that. About Cesaro. This was happening right here. Quietly exit by the 9-day non-compete. So there's a lot going on in WWE. And then somebody pointed out that Brock Lesnar episode on McAfee drew more viewers than any Dynamite show. All right, we don't know yet. We just don't know, but we'll see. We talk about that. We're gonna do a separate AEW ring report with the Dynamite. So these are the 4 faces, like the young faces. I would have had them four too. But Keith Lee. So I don't know. There's a lot going on. We'll talk about the AEW Ring Report as well. But it's a lot going on. Um, that's it. So we're gonna leave you with this image of WrestleMania, as we can tell that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar going at each other, and they will do so at WrestleMania Winner Takes All Unification Championship match. So for me being Kendrick Dick saying so long, we'll see you next time for another edition of the Pro Wrestling Show.